on my channel. I'm Tori Lynn. Let's blossom today. Summer's practically here, and it's actually like almost Father's Day weekend, which means like the start of barbecue season. So I thought I could bring this really pretty, fun look you could wear to Father's Day, to barbecues, to just, I don't know, it's just this really pretty, fun, peachy look that I thought would be perfect for outdoor fun summer events or just a fun summer day in general. So anyways, if you guys want to see how I created this really pretty kind of peachy inspired look, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and let's just jump right into the video. So I've already prepped my skin and gotten it ready, so we're gonna jump right into foundation now. I'm gonna use my Anastasia Luminous Foundation in the shade 332C. This is my nice tan shade for the summer. I am obsessed with this foundation. It's such a nice full coverage, long wearing foundation. I bought this back in January on a whim. It actually happened to be on sale, and I can't get enough of it. It's been such an amazing foundation. I know when I'm putting this shade on camera, it always looks a little bit orange. In person, it does not look too orange at all, but when I'm always editing this video, playing back the footage, it always looks like it's too orange while I'm putting the foundation on, but you'll see by the time I get to the end of the video, when everything is all said and done, the color matches perfectly. It just always seems like while I'm actually putting it on, when the foundation is fresh on my skin, that it looks too orange. But I promise it's not too orange for me. It just looks that way in the very beginning. But don't worry, this color is actually perfect for me. Although I do have to blend it down my neck a little bit, because when I'm laying in the sun, being that I got big boobs and a double chin, my neck kind of disappears. I need to like get one of those mirror things and like stretch my neck out to get my neck tanned a little bit. So I do kind of have to work my neck, but like my chest and stuff, everything else on my body is really pretty tan. You can see my arms, so just like my neck section is like the only thing that doesn't really have a whole lot of tan on me, but I promise this color is the right shade for me. And then for concealer, which I'm like almost out, I really need to go buy another one. I've been using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in the shade 121 Light Honey. I originally bought this concealer to do my like everyday 15-minute makeup look. It's something I wear to work where I'm not really doing a full face of makeup or full glam, but I like to have some coverage on my skin, and so I just kind of wear that all over my face. And now that shade has actually become too light for me, and that's what I've been wearing as a concealer instead, or I've been mixing it with a darker stick foundation. And if you guys want to see what makeup look I'm talking about, I will link that video down below. And then I'm going to take my concealer one step farther with the Juvia's Place concealer. This is in the shade 21. And I'm just going to take a little bit right on the inner corner, and then right on the outer corner is a little like angle. And then I'm just going to pop a little there. And actually a little between the eyes on the bridge of the nose there as well. Just for a little extra something something. I'm feeling extra today. We're doing a little summer barbecue / kind of Father's Day look. I cannot believe that we're like here at the kind of middle-ish end of June. Somehow we're halfway through this year already. Like, this year is freaking flying by. I know I say that every year, but it just amazes me like how fast time really goes. Like, we're going to be decorating for fall and Halloween and, well, honestly, Christmas before we even know it. Which I'm kind of excited. That's my favorite time of year, but it's so crazy how fast time goes. How fast we're going through the year, you know? But I added that to pop just a little bit of extra brightness right up under the eyes, and then even a little on the nose to add a little extra dimension. And then I'm going to use my Beauty Bakery Better Not Bitter setting flower. I use the shade Oat, which is their translucent shade. This has also become a more recent favorite in the last few months. I used to always use my Coty translucent powder. It was like the only setting powder I really used on a regular basis, and now I love to use this one as well. Alright, and then before I go ahead and do my eyes, because I always like to do my eyes next, I always like to do my eyes before I do my skin and stuff, I'm going to go ahead and throw on my brows. I like to just use my e.l.f. Instant Lift brow pencil. This one is in the shade Taupe. I'm just going to go ahead and throw those on off camera, and I will be right back. I feel like brows are just like so different for everybody. Everybody has kind of their own personal preference. So I kind of do mine off camera when I'm just not that great at brows. It's a struggle for me every day. So I don't really think teaching you how to do brows would be that good of an idea. And two, everybody just has their own way of doing their brows. So brows are just so personal. I just stay away from brows. Anyways, let's jump into eyes. Eyes are like the most fun part of the whole face. I want to jump back into these Doe Color. I honestly still don't know how to say the brand name. Don't know. But the Infinity Stone themed palettes, because they're technically not called Infinity Stone. They're just the gemstone palettes, as they call them. But obviously they're themed off of the Infinity Stones from the Marvel Universe. Anyways, I'm going to start in the red palette right now. This is the Reality Gemstone palette. It's just a fun, bright red palette. It's got some super beautiful red tone colors, some fun shimmers, some awesome mattes. I want to start with this fun, soft, peachy shade right here. And I'm going to start by working that shade right in the outer half of the crease. These shades are so pigmented. I always kind of forget how pigmented they are. I was originally thinking I wanted to work this shade in the full crease, but it's so pigmented that I'm going to start with the outer half and then go from there. So I'm working on the outer half of the crease, and then I'm actually kind of bringing it down towards the lash line in kind of a V shape, if you will. Then I'm going to go into this next fun kind of orangey, peachy shade. And then I'm going to work that right along the lash line in the outer portion of the V. Then I'm going to work that right over top of that lash shade in the outer V as well. But I'm not going to bring it quite as far in. I'm going to keep it a little more focused on the outer corner. Then we're going to take this fun shimmery pink shade, and we're going to pop that on the lid on the inner half, all the way from the inner corner up to the crease, and then over to meet that darker stuff on the outer half of the eye there. And I'm just going to kind of use my finger to kind of blend that shimmer onto the darker shades. Then I want to go into the Soul Stone palette, which I believe is the orange palette in this collection. And we're going to go into this fun kind of yellowy orange toned shimmer shade. And we're going to pop that kind of in the middle to add just kind of a peachier tone. So I'm not going to bring it all the way to the inner corner. I'm going to put it right in the middle to add kind of a window effect right in the center. Add a little extra brightness, a little more yellow tone, because I feel like it was starting to look a little bit too pink. And I want to still kind of that orangey vibe, orangey yellow vibe that a peach would have in it. Peach has a little bit of yellows, a little bit of oranges, and I really think this shade will really tie that in. I really like how that looks. Then on the lower lash line, I want to take that bright orangey peach color from the red palette and smoke out that lower lash line. And I'm going to keep it fairly tight under those lashes to start with. Then I want to grab that lightest matte peach shade we used, and I want to go over top of that and really kind of smoke it down a little bit. I think that turned out really pretty. And then I'm just going to go ahead and pop in a light shimmery inner corner highlight. So I'm just going to take whipped cream from my Too Faced Hot Buttered Rum palette and pop that right on the inner corner because that's my favorite inner corner highlight. Alright, so now I want to go ahead and finish off my skin. So I'm going to just go under my eyes and sweep away any of that excess baking. Doing the baking with a brush like I did keeps things from looking crusty and dusty, but still helps to bake things really nicely and set things down, and also will protect from fallout. Now to set my skin, I have been using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, and right now I'm currently using the shade 220 Beige. I love the combination of this foundation with a pressed powder as the setting powder instead of like the loose baking powder. I don't know, I just think it looks so good. Then I'm going to go ahead and bronze up my skin, and I have been loving the Urban Decay Beached Bronzer in the shade Bronzed. I feel like this is just a very good summer bronzer. Looks very nice with my tanned skin. So that's why I've been using it so much. I feel like some of my other bronzers are too light or just don't have the right tones to go with my tan skin. So that's why I've been using this one so much. Alright, let's go ahead and add some highlight to the skin. We're starting to look a little matte, a little flat, and I feel like we need some shine. We're going to be doing, you know, Father's Day, which I haven't even talked about Father's Day. We need some like glow to our skin. So I'm going to be using my Pat McGrath highlight. This is the Sublime Skin Highlight Trio. Currently I've been using the shade in the middle, which is called Gold Nectar. It has just like this beautiful gold iridescence to it. I think it's so pretty, and what I love about these Pat McGrath highlights is they have such a fine glitter to them that they don't look super, like they're intense, but they're not like, I don't know, they're just like so beautiful. They have such a natural look to them. And I have been like really coating my cheeks with them. Like I'll bring them all the way up around the apples of the cheeks and then up the temples. So I've been doing a pretty heavy highlight recently, which is something I like to do in the summer to just get a really natural, glowy look. But anyways, what is everybody doing for Father's Day? You guys all have something fun planned? I actually work on Father's Day, but we are going up to the lake the day before, and I think we're gonna have pizza. There's actually a pizza restaurant up at the lake, so we're gonna order pizza. My mom and I recently found these cool pie iron things on Pinterest. We found these recipes, and you could pretty much make like anything in them, it seems like. And so we ordered 2 of them. And so we're gonna make some, what we're calling, one of the iron brands is called Pudgy Pie. And so we're calling them Pudgy Pies. So we're gonna make some pies for dessert while we're up there. I think we're just going up for lunch, and I'm gonna be up there for a few hours. And then we're coming back home, and then actually some friends coming over that night. But we're gonna go up and see I think my grandparents. My opa's gonna meet us up there, and then of course I'm going up with my parents, so I'll get to see my dad. And I don't think on Father's Day works, so I don't know what we're doing, if we're gonna be doing anything on Father's Day, but at least we're getting together and doing something around Father's Day to celebrate the holiday, to celebrate the men in our lives. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys are going to be doing. A lot of times we'll just get together and do like a barbecue or something here in town at somebody's house. But this year we're going and doing something up at the lake where it's kind of halfway between my grandparents and our house because they live about 3 hours away. So anyways, let's add some blush to this look. I want to use this Phase Zero blush. It's kind of a cool color. It's in the shade called Making Moves. It's this really pretty peachy shimmery blush I think will look really pretty with this eye look. That's why I chose this one. Yeah, that looks really pretty. Now I'm going to go ahead and spritz my skin down, get everything melted, and I'm going to use a dewy setting spray. This one is the Ciate London Watermelon Blast setting spray. Sorry, Watermelon Burst setting spray. This one is supposed to have kind of a glowy, dewy look to the skin, which I think will look really, really pretty. And then while all that is kind of settling in, getting all melted into the skin there, I'm going to go ahead and throw on some lashes and some mascara. And I'm going to do that off camera because it's so much faster than doing that on camera. So I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. I freaking love this eye look. It's so pretty. I have such a hard time sometimes sitting down and doing something that's not a neutral eye look. But I love how this turned out. So let's throw on a lip. I want to do something orangey, corally, peachy, red, something in there, and I really don't have a lot in that category. Everything I have is either too red or too pink. So these are the two things I found that I thought could work. One of them is a Maybelline product and it's called Peach Poppy, and the other one is Princessa Aloe lipstick. I think this was something that came in a giant pack of like a bazillion colors from Amazon years and years ago, like when I was very first starting to get into really doing makeup years and years ago. My mom or my husband, somebody got like this big old pack of lipsticks for me from Amazon for Christmas, and they're very like minimally pigmented lipsticks. They're very waxy, not super strongly pigmented, but I think this color could be really pretty, especially if it's not super pigmented. It might be pretty to do kind of one of those like ombre glossy looking lips that are kind of popular right now. So this color number is number 10, has no other name than that, and I will show you the name of the packaging. This stuff is probably really cheap, and I don't even know if they sell it anymore. I have no idea. I'm pretty sure it came from Amazon. Like I said, I think my mom was the one that bought it for me, but yeah, they bought it back when I very first started getting into really doing like glam makeup and that kind of stuff, and I was just wanting some more products. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this color on. Yeah, it smells like cheap, like children's makeup almost. Super waxy smelling and not super pigmented, but the color is pretty. And it's kind of what I was thinking it could do, that kind of ombre lip color almost, where it's got a lot more color in the center, and then I'm going to use my finger to kind of pat that color out, I think, to the edges of my lips and make it look kind of, you know, ombre, softer. And then I might even top it off with a gloss coat. It almost gives my lips kind of that like tinted lip color. I kind of like it. It's kind of pretty. And then I think I want to take the gloss from the Shine Loud, NYX Shine Loud. One thing is I wish that color was maybe a hair more peachy and a little less pink, or a little more orange. Overall, I think it's kind of pretty. Ties into the look really well. So yeah, I think this is really pretty. It would be fun for Father's Day. It would be fun for just a summer barbecue. I know, I just like this look in general. It could be fun for just an everyday look if you're wanting to feel a little more glam. But let me know what you think about this look down below. I really like how it turned out. The lip product, definitely interesting. Not something I would use on the regular, but I just didn't have anything in that color palette that I really wanted to use. And as pretty as this poppy color was, I just don't think this was quite it either. So I think that this, even though this was some cheapy, like almost Dollar Tree status lipstick, I think it worked out pretty. Anyways, yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.